Hello and welcome. If you're a first-time visitor, we hope you find something here that will be helpful for you. And if you're a returning visitor, we thank you for your support. It is our true desire that we will establish another open line of communication where addicts and alcoholics and those in the recovery field can share with each other their experience, strength, and hope. We've been going through what we're going to gain if we really, truly follow the recovery way of life, the promises, and we're at that point where we see that it says that our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. My first sponsor told me life is 90% attitude and 10% what you do with it. It took me a long time to get my head around, but when I look back and I found that my attitude of entitlement when I was drinking and using was what led me to the behavior that hurt and harmed others and that justified me getting what I want. You know, if you'd had a childhood like mine, you know, you'd go and do what you needed to do to get what you needed to. And my sponsor sat me down and pointed out that, you know, when I was a child and powerless to protect myself or affect what was going on in my life, I was innocent. I had no part in that. It was done to me, and I had no control. But that every time that I used that as an excuse to harm another person, that I owned. That was mine. That I had to be accountable for. And as I changed by practicing the principles of this program and became accountable for my behaviors and how I treated others, my attitude changed. And my outlook upon life changed. You know, it's been my experience that what you focus on in your life fills until that's all you can see. And if that focus is negative, then there is no hope. But when you can lose the guilt, shame, and remorse of past behavior by becoming accountable for it, and changing your behavior to, rather than taking from others what you need, offering to others that which you can give, your attitude and your outlook upon your life does change. How you feel about yourself changes. How you see yourself changes. In essence, you change who you are. You're from that worthless lump of shit that you thought you were, you become something that you become proud of. You walk with your head up a little bit. You have a little bit of purpose. Your attitude and your outlook in life is definitely more positive. If you can find a way, and this is why gratitude plays such an important role in this, if you can find a way to look at the good things that you've got in your life, that goes a long way to you having that positive outlook on life. I'll give you a little bit of an exercise. When you get up in the morning, do you say, "Good God, it's morning," or do you say, "Good morning, God"? The answer to that question will tell you just where your attitude is for that day. I'm going to share a little bit of what's going on with me personally right now in order to maybe give you an example. First off, I want you to know that no matter how long you've been practicing this life of recovery, life can still be difficult. Anybody that tries to tell you you're going to get sober and things are going to be all rainbows and unicorn farts is blowing smoke up your ass. Life can be difficult. I have not worked in over a year. And negativity in the form of fear is what tries to greet me every morning. I've been on dozens of interviews and been rejected for each job I've applied for, and the fear is telling me, you're not good enough. You're too old. All that negative thing that stinking thinking that's trying to get me to go back to say, fuck it. What's the use anyway? I might as well go drink and use. What my sponsor told me a long time ago is do not give up 5 seconds before the miracle happens. So I'm not going to. Here's what I'm doing to counter it. I'm connecting with my local recovery community, and I'm looking for those that are having more problems than I am right now. And in about an hour I'm going to go and I'm going to help one of those people. And this is changing how I feel about myself, how I vision myself, how I look at myself, and my attitude and my outlook upon life. Recovery is a lot of work. And if you're going to make it, you got to get through the difficult times. But having a positive attitude and a positive outlook on life is what is going to save you when things really, really start to look dark. I want you to know how grateful I am to each and every person that views this video. How in my heart I thank you for being there for me at this particular time in my life so that I can reach out in a way that maybe help another person and myself along with it. I wasn't going to do this video today. I wasn't going to make my entry today. I was going to shut it down. The reason I was going to shut it down was I was considering giving in to that negativity, and I'm not going to do it. So my greatest hope for us all, until we can meet again, I may not know your faces, I may not know your names, but I do know your hearts and I do know your struggles. May we walk hand in hand with each other and with our higher power. Shalom.